Welcome back as we listen to more extracts from this week's debate on the State of the Nation address. We pick up on the maiden speech of a new Member of Parliament, Mr Steenhuisen of the DA. He is from KwaZuluNatal. Mr Steenhuisen said there was much that was laudable in the President's address, but he did not deal with many of the systematic problems which were holding the country back.
He paid little regard to the hundreds of local government municipalities and the number of provinces collapsing under the oppressive weight of cronyism and corruption. This must surely be one of the biggest challenges holding us back from achieving all we can as a nation. It is undoubtedly one of the most significant contributing factors to failed service delivery, and has been proved time and time again the effects of corruption hit the poorest in our country disproportionately harder. The President also conveniently failed to mention the entire meltdown of governance in Limpopo. And unless the administration heeds the stark and obvious lessons from its almost total collapse under the burden of cronyism and corruption, the problem will only spread and place South Africa on the fast track to a failed state. It is crony networks and circles of corruption which have ultimately brought Limpopo to its knees. No government business is concluded or decisions made unless it feeds into a nefarious network of connected ANC comrades.
Now, it is a parliamentary convention that MPs in their first speeches in Parliament should avoid making controversial statements. The ANC thought Mr Steenhuisen was doing just that.
It is established convention.
I haven't given you the floor. Where are you?
Oh, sorry.
Okay, proceed.
It is established convention that a speaker who is giving a maiden speech is not provocative in order to avoid retaliation. So we encourage the Honourable Speaker to be considerate in the way in which he addresses the ruling party. Thank you.
Point of order, Speaker.
That certainly, order, honourable members. That certainly is the tradition. Honourable member, please proceed, bearing that in mind.
Another point of order was called when Mr Steenhuisen accused the Premier of Limpopo of running his province into the ground, and yet nothing was done about it.
Now the President can fiddle around the edges, amending this regulation, reworking that agency, tweaking another rule. But unless we take a hard line against the politicians and officials at the top who do wrong, our nation will continue to be dragged below the surface by the weight of their corruption and greed. But Mr. Speaker,
on another point of order.
Point of order.
Is it parliamentary for an honourable member to say the things he's saying about a premier of one of our provinces, given the fact that
Order, honourable members.
Given the fact that he's a member of a legislature, and I don't think it's appropriate for members of this House to attack honourable members of other legislatures. Could you rule on that matter?
I'll study the Hansard and come back with the ruling. Proceed, honourable member.
Speaker, on a point of order.
Point of order.
Speaker, is it parliamentary for the Honourable Manuel to say shut up when the member is at the podium?
Order, honourable members. If indeed the member said shut up, it's not parliamentary. But again, I didn't hear him. I will study the Hansard and come back with the ruling. Order, honourable members. Order.
And that is where we will have to end it. We have run out of time. We will be back again tomorrow when we listen to more extracts from the debate. Our coverage will include the President's reply to the debate. You can also look at the highlights of this program in the politics section of our news website, as well as on YouTube. The information you need is on the screen right now. Enjoy the rest of your day, and until we meet again, goodbye.